It's Luke and Naomi.
Welcome into Luke and Naomi on air, featuring Naomi's Under a Rock reviews, episode 95.
95.
Pushing triple digits.
I cannot believe this.
We were just talking off air, and I don't know if I'm more anxious or excited to get to 100.
It's a little bit of both because we want to do something special for the 100th episode. And now we're like, oh my gosh, it's almost here. What the hell are we going to do?
Now it's getting real. We got to
That's
come up with
right.
some plans. What the hell are we going to do? I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
We have some ideas, but
We do.
will we do them?
That's always the question.
Therein lies the anxiety. So
Yeah.
welcome to episode 95, Luke and Naomi on air. I'm Luke Austin. That's Naomi Lynn. Hello. Naomi has not seen a lot of movies. I've seen a
That's
lot
right.
of movies. We're trying to catch Naomi up.
I'm getting there.
So basically, if you've seen a movie, relive your first watch through Naomi's eyes. If you've never seen it either, should you watch it?
That's right. I'll let you know.
Very honestly, by the way.
Yeah.
Episode, I can't remember, Naomi yells at Tinkerbell, just a few back.
Yeah.
Check that one out. It's fantastic. Just hated Tinkerbell.
Well, she's overrated, man.
So we've got a great one today coming up. Kindergarten Cop, the nostalgic favorite from the 90s, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it was like the height of like Terminator-ish fame and stuff. And then
Which is crazy to think about.
he goes and does this. So the review coming up, I am very, very excited to get to lots and lots and lots of stuff with
I'm Detective John Kimball.
Detective John Kimball.
That's
so
right. Yeah.
really looking forward to the review coming up. And from ridiculous goofiness to a shout out to friends and adopted family back in New Mexico.
That's right.
Some crazy flooding went down. Naomi woke me up Sunday morning showing me pictures. When did that happen?
Yeah, it was Sunday morning when I was showing you the pictures because I had seen. I still follow a lot of stuff from Roswell and all of that. I had seen all these like thunderstorm warnings and things like that, and I didn't think much of it. You know, we all get bad weather occasionally.
Yeah.
And then I was just scrolling on Facebook and I saw all these pictures, and it was just unbelievable.
It really, really was unbelievable.
The amount of rain that they must have gotten just so fast, and all the flooding and cars floating away and just destruction.
It
was
insane to
awful.
think about.
Yeah.
I mean, we were out there for long enough where we experienced a really, really fast amount of water really quickly. And,
Yeah, flash flooding, yeah.
The roads filled up and stuff like that, and like the Spring River thing there in the middle of town.
It was a little scary.
filled up. It was
Yeah.
just like, oh, wow, that is okay. You know, we're staying inside today and all that stuff. But what we saw from the pictures and videos and stuff from the weekend was terrifying compared to that.
Devastating.
So,
Yeah.
just want to give a big shout out to that. A lot of people thinking about Western North Carolina and Florida and stuff, but our family and friends in Roswell got hit too. So
And I have to say, I do honestly appreciate, like, on Facebook where you can mark yourself safe during
yeah,
weather like this, because of how many people I saw mark themselves safe. And I was like, oh, that's really awesome to know that they're okay. I never really thought about it before because I've seen a couple, I've seen the jokes, the memes where like I'm marked safe from whatever stupid thing.
Yeah.
Not
Oh, yeah. The goofy
actual
stuff.
Bad weather.
Yeah.
And things like that. So to actually see that being used in action was pretty cool.
It's nice to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure most of our folk reported well anyway.
Yeah,
I
from
know,
what I've seen. So
Brando said that Sunday the place looked just like a war zone. It was terrible, the whole 9 yards and stuff like that.
yeah, some of the pictures are just unbelievable.
Crazy, crazy stuff. So
Yeah.
thinking about y'all, and if there's any help needed, meet on Luke and Naomi on air on Facebook. Reach out there.
Yeah,
maybe we can make some
absolutely.
connections or something like that. So we can maybe use that for some good instead
Yes.
of our absurdity.
Yeah, absolutely. We are here for you.
Yeah, definitely. So, peace and strength to everybody out there trying to get through all of that stuff. Yikes. So, speaking of, our goofiness and Facebook and YouTube and all of that stuff, we do have a new piece of goofy nonsense up on our website, whatever you want to call it.
It's up everywhere.
It's up there,
Yeah.
Just Google Luke and Naomi on there. You'll find it.
We come up.
A new Sips and Snacks up there, Taco Bell.
Yes, I could not wait to do this one. Everybody knows. If you don't know, you're new to Luke and Naomi, and that's okay. But Taco Bell is where my heart lies.
That's right. She worked there, and it's still her favorite fast food. So that just, just underscores her love for the Taco Bell.
Yes, I absolutely love Taco Bell so much. So it was actually one of the first snacks that I put on our list of snacks for Sips and Snacks. I'm like,
it was.
We have to do Taco Bell at some point because I want to pair a beer and a wine with Taco Bell. So this one I was looking forward to so much. We finally shot it, got the video up, everything. You can find it on our, like Luke said, our YouTube page. We put it up on our Facebook page. It's really good. I was worried that this was going to be the first one where Ashley Rogers
we
did
both
not
kind of
pair
were.
it. Yeah.
We were both kind of like, okay, not he likes Taco Bell too. He's here for it and all that stuff. So we were just wondering. And no, he absolutely nailed it this time, as he always does. You can check out all the Sips and Snacks on the YouTube channel, but he always nails it. It was an excellent beer. I'm still not a wine person. If he failed anywhere, that's where I think he said that's the one, or was it the one? I think he said that's the one he thought might pull me into being a wine connoisseur a little bit more.
I liked it.
Swing
I
and a
liked
miss.
the wine with the Taco Bell. I thought it was awesome, and I would buy that wine to have it with Taco Bell.
Swing and
Just
a
saying.
miss for me, though, for real.
But also, there is a bonus feature on that video.
Bonus.
We brought a
That's right.
bonus snack with us.
Bonus feature.
So you have to check it out.
Oh, you're not
saying.
going to tell anybody?
No, you have to watch the video.
Oh, I think you
Sorry,
should.
I gave away enough information about the Taco Bell and how great it was.
I think you
have
should
to
tell
watch.
everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
It's Taco Bell.
There was a bonus feature. It was dessert because after you have your tacos with your beer and wine, you need dessert. So we did cinnamon twist, and he paired a beer with that, and it was phenomenal.
That's right. So we got a bonus beer
Yes.
in the Sips and Snacks. Check that out for sure.
Now you have to watch it.
Up on the YouTube if you haven't checked it out. And it's really cool if you're new to the whole Sips and Snacks thing, because he'll pick out whatever beer and wine, and he gives you examples so that if you're not in the Wilmington area, you can find yourself.
Right. You can find the style and exactly what you're looking for, even if it's not the same exact beer.
That's right. Thank you, because you just said that way better than I could have gotten
Less
out
words.
at all. So speaking of beer and stuff, this one came up. Less words. This story came up. I talked about it on my radio show, and I wanted to bring it here because we are beer connoisseurs.
Yeah.
We're also goofy food connoisseurs, as you know, we
Yes.
just obviously talked about. But the State Fair of Texas, has all the
Yes,
foods.
everything.
I do want to shout out to the Great New York State Fair, because that's like the oldest state fair.
Okay.
And they have some of the amazing foods, too.
All the state fairs have the amazing foods.
Have we talked about mustard beer before?
No.
It seems like something we may have at some point gotten into, you know what I mean? Like, on the show somewhere along the lines, but that doesn't come off as familiar to you at all?
No. When you brought up the state fair and beer, I remember a couple years ago we did a story, and I believe it was the Texas State Fair as well, that was doing deep fried beer.
Oh, yeah, that's
the fair.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that's ringing a bell here.
All right. Well, mustard beer is a thing at the Texas State Fair that was I don't even know what the dates of the Texas State Fair. It might be over by now. By the time we're talking about it, I saved this back in September, so yeah, it's over now. But they had a French's mustard beer or something like that. No, French's a while back created a mustard beer.
Okay.
Right. But at the Texas State Fair, a brewery called Martin House Brewing brought their own mustard beer to the fair. And there's a little side note here that says it looks thick.
Oh my gosh. So Luke and I have, opened up our beer world and have tried many different kinds of beers, especially these smoothie sour beers that are thick. So that's what I'm kind of imagining in my head is this beer that's thick, but it's like globs of mustard. Which is grossing me out, to be honest with you. I like mustard and I like beer, but I'm a little concerned about this one.
I like mustard but I'm not drinking it.
Yeah, see that?
You know?
Yes. Yes.
So the beer is described as a bold and tangy brew with a mustard yellow hue. And it really is mustardy yellow.
Okay.
So the brewery added a gallon of mustard for every 12 gallons of beer that they made.
I don't know how that ratio works, but in my head, it's pretty thick.
So it's a lot. 5.5 alcohol by volume, which is a fail, I think. You got to pump up those numbers if you're going to get people to drink this. Like, let me at least get loaded from 5 sips.
Probably tastes bad. If it starts getting boozy, then you got boozy mustard beer.
So I only have like one picture of it, and it's kind of small because but the color is there, right?
The color is there. Luke is showing me a picture of it right now. You definitely have to Google this and
If
check it out.
you're watching on YouTube, you can see the picture.
Yeah. Mustard beer. Like, it does look thick. It is still, like, with everything. Don't knock it till you try it. I would at least try it.
I would definitely try it.
But I think it's going to be disgusting.
So mustard beer is a thing. And good on Martin House Brewing again. So if anybody knows of Martin House or anything like that,
Their competitors are going to come up with ketchup beer.
I hope not. I really hope not. What did we have? Didn't we have some sort of tomato-y beer?
Mayo.
Mayonnaise beer.
Yeah.
We had over the summer.
Yeah,
so.
but you could taste like BLT kind of flavors in there. Some tomato, some bacon. It was very interesting. It was okay. I would never buy another one, but it was fun for the experience.
It was fun for exactly like why I would try the mustard beer. Fun for the experience. I'm not going to have a 6-pack of it or add it to like the rotation in the household or some junk like that, right?
Right. And not to get way off topic, but there is a relish beer, and we did see it at Fermental. They had like 4 different pickle beers, and one of them was a relish.
Did we not have a pickle beer as one of the Sips and Snacks beers?
We did.
So there's that too. You know what I mean? So it's not like we don't get down because we will. But
Mustard?
yeah, I don't know. Weird. What's next? Oh, I love this one. We got new words for the dictionary.
Oh, cool. I like this.
Which sounds a little weird, but if you've been with us long enough, you know we like to check out some of the new words because they're phrases.
Yeah.
So here we'll just jump right in. They added 200 new words. Merriam-Webster did, by the way. So
How many did they get rid of? Because you got to make room for these words, or is our dictionaries just growing and growing?
How do you expect? Hey guys, don't say these anymore, okay? They're gone. What are you?
Yes, exactly. Nope, that's not in the dictionary. You can't play Scrabble with that word anymore. I'll bring out the 2024 edition.
You're just not allowed to say it.
That word's not in there.
You're just not allowed to say it anymore.
It's just not a real word.
That's right. It's not a real word.
That's right. It's gone.
Kids in college just screwed.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't
definitely.
know they took it out.
Yeah.
All right. I got the top 15. They say words again. They're phrases. Some of them are 2 words. Some
That's
of them.
fine.
So touch grass is to participate in normal activities in the real world.
Touch grass.
To touch grass.
All right.
Too many people online, I guess.
Yeah.
Nepo baby. I think we all know what that is now. You don't know what a Nepo baby is?
No.
How is it that you spend so much time scrolling and online and you haven't picked up on the Nepo baby thing? A person who gains opportunities through family connections.
Oh.
It's big right now because everybody's pissing and moaning about Hollywood, parents, and then their kids are coming up. Like there's a bunch of Hollywood kids right now. I mean, that's how it happens.
It's how it's always happened.
If you were to go back a couple hundred years, that's exactly how anybody became anything because your parents did it.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, beach read is now in the dictionary.
Is that like a book that
Yes, it
you
is.
read at the beach?
There's no Gen Z hidden slang behind
All
there.
right. I got one.
Beach read, usually a light work of escapist fiction. IDGAF, we know what that stands for, but is in the dictionary now, as is badassery.
Okay.
The state or condition of being a badass.
But, I mean, go back to the other one. Like, I feel like that's one you can't play in Scrabble because that's like...
Yeah, you can't just be abbreviating up words.
Right. You
know?
can't use the abbreviations, but now that word is in the dictionary.
FFS.
So technically, I guess you could use it.
True crime's in there now. We know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Creepy crawly.
Ooh.
That was hyphenated, just so you know. Street corn.
Okay.
Just a
That's kinda cute.
A heart attack in a cup or on a stick.
Yeah.
Snog.
Oh, that doesn't sound
So,
good.
Brian, does it mean making out, or does it like actually mean something else? And like this is kind of a joke they're playing on all the Americans. I've heard snog means kissing.
It's a British word?
Yeah,
Snog?
but is that what it means, Brian, or is it a little bit?
It sounds like it means more.
We got a cool answer from Brian coming up for our Facebook topic too, by the way. So don't let me forget that one. Jam band.
Oh, cool.
Very familiar with that.
Finally made its way to the dictionary.
And speaking of Whiskey Myers isn't a jam band, but we're going to see Whiskey Myers tomorrow for the first time since we discovered them when we first moved to Roswell.
Yeah, so that's really exciting.
Is awesome.
We'll have pictures. They'll be posted.
Really looking forward to that. Dungeon Crawler. That's a video game that's primarily focused on defeating enemies in a dungeon-like environment.
That's stupid. They didn't need a word for that.
I don't think so. No. Ultra processed.
Okay.
The foodstuffs. Shadow ban. Hiding someone's content from other people, usually without the user's knowledge.
Yep.
And FYP, for the old heads out there, that means For You page. That's a social media feed with personalized content based on your interests and stuff that you've watched, clicked on, or stopped scrolling on.
Yeah.
Like TikTok's got the FYP. I think Twitter does. Am I doing that? Am I moving
Yes,
this
you
table?
are moving everything.
It looks like it's driving you crazy.
It
over there.
is.
I
I was
didn't
like,
even notice.
do you notice that? It's making noise
No,
and
I
your
don't.
water's shaking. And
So there you go. There's just, what did I do? 14 or 15 of the
I have no idea.
new
We're not counting over here.
dictionary things.
We're learning words.
Yeah, we're word people, not numbers people.
Sure.
Something like that. We are movie people, that's for sure.
Yes.
So, who is this? BuzzFeed, maybe? Reader's Digest. How about that? Good old Reader's Digest.
That's still around.
That is apparently still around.
Huh.
They have provided us with a list of 11 movie etiquette rules. A lot of people stopped going to the movies for a while for some reason, and then now
Because it's expensive.
some people have started going again. But even so, before, after, during the pandemic, some people are just jackasses at the movies.
That's always been a thing.
So we need the rules. So what do you think about these movie etiquette rules? Do we follow them? Do we like them?
Okay, I'm kind of scared.
All right. Number 1, arrive on time. Obviously,
Oh, yeah.
Don't be
You have
sticking
to-
your butt in people's faces running down the aisle in the last minute.
Not only that, but you have to be there to watch the previews because that's like the brand new movies that nobody has even heard of yet.
So to add an extra one, do you have to be quiet during the previews?
Decently quiet, but you don't have to be silent like you have to be for the movie.
Okay. I like that. I'm with that one.
You can whisper and like whatever, get yourself situated, but don't distract me from the previews.
That's right. I'm trying to see, the thing I've seen on TV and the internet 1,000
Well,
times
maybe
already.
you haven't seen it yet. Every once in a while when we go to the movies, there's a preview and I'm like, oh, what the hell is this movie? This sounds cool because I never heard anything about it.
Honestly, previews, coming attractions, some of my favorite parts of going to the movies. I'm like
It's
one of those
fun.
people that likes the previews and stuff and, the experience of being at the movies. Share the armrests.
Yeah, you have to do that. That's normal.
It says just like airplane seats, you don't get full ownership of both.
That's right.
Don't hold up the snack line. So know what you want.
I mean, I feel like that is a normal rule just in society
That
in
should be.
general now. Like, even if you go to a fast food place, you better know what the hell you want.
If you pull up
Come
with
on.
a car full of people at a fast food place and none of you knows what you want, you're the worst.
Yeah,
I just
I'm
want you to know
judging
that.
you. Especially if I can hear you in the car going, wait, what did you want? Do you have that in a 4-pack?
100% agree. Oh my god.
Like,
that's
everybody's
wonderful.
menu is online.
It's
Like,
happened.
just-
We live in a college town. It's happened.
Yeah.
It's
just
happened.
look it up online. It's fine.
Oh my god. So don't hold up the snack line. Don't save too many seats.
Yeah, definitely don't do that. I don't really. Well, we haven't been to like a packed movie theater in a while. But yeah, I can definitely see
You
that.
usually kind of end up having to save the seat for me because
Yeah, but it's one seat.
one seat. So that's
And it'd also be really weird if somebody was like, "Hey, I need that seat." No.
yeah. How
If
about
I'm trying
no?
to save like a whole row or like 6 of them, it's kind of like, what the hell are you doing?
Exactly. 1 or 2 is okay, but one person cannot save a whole row.
That's right.
That's the etiquette here. And Seinfeld covered that as well. Be courteous if you're tall is the next rule.
Yeah, I guess.
Or at
That's
least,
kind of hard.
Just kind of be aware that you're just blocking everybody. Don't sit right in the middle, in the front, or anything like that.
Yeah, I guess.
Or try to recline that seat.
I feel like it's first come, first serve.
I mean,
so
you
if
know.
you're tall and you pick the middle seat, that's your choice. But if you're tall and you sit behind somebody who's really, or sit in front of somebody who's really small, like, come on, man.
Yeah, well, sit in the back. If you're that tall, just sit in the back.
It's easy for you to say.
I'm a short guy. It is very easy for me to say. Let's see. The next one on the list is just shut up.
Yeah.
Put your phone on mute and don't talk through the whole thing.
Yes.
It's tough for me. Don't get into a fight, of course.
I feel like that's a stupid one to have on the list. What do you mean? That's not proper movie etiquette? I'm not supposed to, like, bash the person behind me?
So it says if someone else won't shut up, don't take it upon yourself to make them. Ignore it, report it, or move seats. Arguing with someone is even more disruptive than talking. Somewhere out there, Filthy Kyle is just cringing or screaming or something like that because we went and saw a movie a couple of years back, and this lady was just on her phone. Like, she just took a call.
Yeah.
Now, the theater was fairly empty. If there was a dozen people there, that was a lot. It was a fairly empty theater, and I feel like the woman was just there to get out of the heat or something like that,
Sure.
But I got up partway through, and I was like, hey, there's other people in here, just so you know. Because I got the feeling she just thought it was empty.
Maybe.
And, like, when she realized, she was like, oh, I gotta go. Like, hung up and like that. So, but Filthy was mortified because, oh my God, what if she just shot you?
Well, that
Well,
that
it's
is
a risk I was willing to take to
yes.
see Black Widow in
Yeah.
theaters, okay?
That was a risk you were willing to take.
So there you go. Well, let's see what else we got here. Make your bathroom trip as discreet as possible. Don't be tripping over people or climbing and yelling and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, what movie did we go see where the kids had like bells on their shoes and light up
yeah.
sneakers?
Oh,
Oh, and they were doing laps. They were so bored.
that had
I'm
to have
like,
been a Star Wars or something like that.
I'm like, come on. It was so distracting.
That was a rough time for
Yeah.
sure. Speaking of which, don't bring your crying baby.
Yeah, babysitter.
I mean, I if you don't,
You're gonna miss part of the movie anyways. Why do you want to do that?
if you can't find a sitter, you can't go to that movie. Anyway. Take your trash with you.
Yeah, that one, like, this is a society. You need to pick up after yourself.
Also, just think of it this way. If you've ever waited for them to clean out a theater afterwards, it's probably because somebody left the theater so trash that they ended up getting behind at some point
Yeah.
to clean stuff up. Because that that happens. And don't talk about the movie in the lobby. There's a famous Simpsons episode where Homer and Marge go see, what is it? Empire or Jedi, where Vader reveals to Luke Skywalker that he's his father and all that.
Spoiler.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So as they're walking out of the theater and people are lined up to go in for the next showing, Homer comes out hollering the spoiler.
Yeah.
And every movie that I've gone to see where I was worried about spoilers, I just, because of that scene, will kind of have a mini panic attack inside, like as I'm walking through or waiting in line and people are coming out and it's just like, oh my God.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
I swear to God, I'm going to hit a stranger in public because
I would accidentally do that, to be honest with you, because me and you just get talking as soon as the movie's over and we're walking out, and I'm like,
Well, so
I
does that,
really liked this part and blah, blah, blah. It would be a complete accident, but I would be someone to do that.
No, there was a rule back in the day when I would go see the movies with the guys and stuff that we wouldn't talk about it until we were in the car.
Smart.
It wasn't for other people's benefit. It was just to see how long we could hold out, and all of that.
Okay.
But also looking back on it, it's like, yeah, look at how considerate we were. With
Yeah,
all
that's what it is.
So there you go. That's some movie etiquette rules, just in case you're a dumbass and don't know anything about going to the movies.
Yeah.
Which I doubt any of us are like that. But it's nice to share some stories.
Yeah.
Man, those kids with the shoes. It was like, let's get the loudest pieces of clothing that these children
But
own
I'm
and
telling
bring
you, there
them
was
to the
like
movies.
jingle bells on one of the kids' shoes because you could
There
just
was.
hear jingle, 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 jingle. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then you see
yeah.
these lights go running past you.
Oh, wow. That was,
I don't remember what that movie was.
What a great memory.
Yeah, yep. My fondest memories of the movie theater.
All right, at this time, we usually do your recurrent dose of Did You Know? and bring you some random facts, but I actually have some movie facts.
We're staying on a theme here.
We're staying on theme with movie stuff here. So a couple of bonus ones to throw in and some movie facts. Your recurrent dose of Did You Know taken over by the movies. Did you know It Chapter 2, the modern one, the more recent one, used 5,000 gallons of fake blood for one scene.
Gross.
One scene. The bathroom scene, if you know It Chapter 2. Did you know
That makes it even worse because I don't. And mentioning a bathroom scene with 5,000 gallons of blood.
the bathroom scene?
Don't need to see that movie, I guess.
I've always kind of wanted to, but it's just long and can get gross. I've heard. But anyway, moving right along. Did you know Megan Mullally was hired to voice an undisclosed character in Finding Nemo? Rumor has it that it was actually Nemo, but she was ultimately fired, let go, didn't take the project because they wanted to use her voice as Karen Walker from Will and Grace.
Oh, they wanted her to do that voice.
They wanted that voice,
Okay.
and she
Didn't
said
want
no.
to?
Yeah, probably a strain to do that voice all the time and whatnot. But yeah, so she probably could have been Nemo. Imagine that.
Crazy.
Did you know Eli Roth was inspired to write Hostel after hearing about a website in Thailand where you could pay 10 grand to shoot someone in the head?
Oh my gosh.
What an age we live in. What a world we live in.
That's so
Jesus.
messed up.
Yeah, so he's like, you know what? Instead of doing anything about that, I'm just going to write a movie about it. Not that he could do anything about it, but,
Ugh.
That's just insane, isn't it? All right, let's move on.
Yes,
Let's
please.
go down that rabbit hole. Did you know Michelle Pfeiffer was literally vacuum sealed into her Catwoman costume in Batman Returns? And now you know what we're talking about.
I do understand that reference now.
Batman Returns review, a few reviews back. You can check that one out.
A few. That's cool.
If you haven't, that's a
while
great
back.
one too. Naomi goes off on several tangents in that one.
Yeah. I usually do.
Furniture at one point. in the
Oh my
scene.
gosh, I can still picture that furniture.
It's just great.
She was terrible at decorating her apartment.
Did you know Leonardo DiCaprio could have played Max in Hocus Pocus?
Okay.
You're probably glad he didn't.
Yeah.
That's our first review, by the way.
Yeah.
And Naomi did not like that one.
It's just overrated.
Leo backed out because he was up for parts in This Boy's Life and What's Eating Gilbert Grape, another one we've reviewed.
Yeah.
Which, of course, he got the part for that one. Did you know Chris Farley was originally cast as Shrek and recorded about 85% of his lines before he died?
That's kind of sad.
When I first heard that, a couple of years back, I heard that finally. I thought that was nonsense. Like, I thought it was like just a rumor.
Yeah.
But no, it's legit. He recorded a bunch of stuff. Mike Myers took over and asked for a rewrite because he didn't want to do the Chris Farley version.
He wanted to do his
He
version.
wanted to do Shrek.
Yeah.
Green, fat bastard. You'll never look at Shrek the same way, will you?
I won't. And why did you have to ruin such a great movie?
Shrek and Fat Bastard, both influenced by like similar people, as far as I have heard from Mike Myers. Just so you know. Did you know in Candyman, Tony Todd had to have real bees in his mouth?
I don't know that movie,
think
and
I know the
that's
scene.
scary.
He wore a mouth guard, but still got stung 27 times.
In his mouth?
Yeah.
That's insane.
It is.
Why would you do that for anything?
Nope.
No.
Nope. And who the hell's Tony Todd? So there's that. Did you know in Home Alone, the picture of Buzz's girlfriend was actually a crew member's son in a wig?
That's weird.
I do know this one.
Okay.
Because they were making fun of the girl. And, the girl, the fictional girl. So they decided it would be cruel to use an actual girl and make fun of her. So they put a boy in a wig and
Okay.
perfect.
Sure.
The kid nailed it.
Yeah.
He's an ugly girl. Did you know Michael Caine was adamant about playing Scrooge 100% straight in The Muppet Christmas Carol? Did we just watch that last year?
I think so, yeah.
He said, quote, "I'm going to play Scrooge as if it is an utterly dramatic role and there are no puppets around me."
Perfect.
Like, he was adamant, and he absolutely crushes it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And finally, did you know Steven Spielberg refused to be paid for Schindler's List because he thought he would be collecting blood money?
Ooh,
Which is just
really?
noble. Like, that's really cool. So Schindler's List is something that is on our watch list, but I don't know how the hell we review that.
Yeah, we might not actually review it.
So that might be like, hey, by the way, Naomi watched Schindler's List for the first time too. Just so
I
you
do
know.
need to see that
And
one.
now let's review Austin Powers 3.
That is an important movie to watch. Not
Absolutely.
the Austin Powers 3,
Well, that is too.
but Schindler's List, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. So there you go. That wraps up the crazy movie facts as your recurrent dose of Did You Know for episode 95. Last week, we asked about the sauce thing. And we both were totally convinced it was going to be a very easy thing. Which sauce has to go? Barbecue sauce, ranch, ketchup, or hot sauce?
I'm not talking to anyone anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way. You've seen these answers, right?
I saw how many people wanted to get rid of ranch, and I'm just heartbroken.
Just devastated, right?
Did you know ranch goes on everything? Like, it's not, you don't have to just put it on salads. You can dip your pizza in it. You can dip French fries in it. You can put it on burgers and everything. Tacos. I am going to mention it. Yes, you can put that ranch on those tacos. How could you get rid of ranch? It's so versatile,
Versatile. I bet you Brian from England likes the ranch. His answer, he says he would get rid of hot sauce.
Okay, that's fair.
He's not a spicy person. He says, and anybody that says ranch will have the wrath of Naomi, the ranchinator. That's what he put.
I like that title.
Killed it, Brian. Love it.
The Ranchinator.
The Ranchinator.
I'll be back with ranch.
Oh, wonderful. So on the post, we put up the picture, barbecue sauce, ranch, hot sauce, and ketchup. Says one has to go. We said we think this one might be easy.
Yeah, because
let's see.
the correct answer is ketchup.
Yeah, that's the easy
so
one.
obvious. But apparently,
Tracy says, how is that easy? They all go with different things. I can't pick. Well, okay, then this was made for you, Tracy. You got to just pick one. That's what, the difficulty is the fun. She didn't pick, though. Mark, though, says ranch. Mark started us off on the Facebook page. Mark D.
did I give him an angry face? Because I should have.
You gave him a wow face.
Yeah.
There you go. Paul Moore says, I'd say ranch and brave Naomi's wrath.
Paul, I thought we were friends.
He says, but then I'd also have to brave the wrath of my toddler. And that combo is deadly.
Yes.
So
there you
he'll
go.
eliminate hot sauce.
There you go.
I love it. Dwayne says ranch easy.
Dwayne, man. I thought we were friends too. What the heck?
How
many people are just wrong?
I don't. This is great, by the way. I'm dying. Some people just don't like that creamy consistency, that cool,
tangy,
delicious flavor.
Yum, just goes with everything.
You're ridiculous. Todd knows what's up. Todd, terrible at laser tag, but Todd's been listening for a long time. Todd says ketchup. It's the only thing that he won't put on tacos.
Nice.
So he's
Bonus
in for the
points, Todd. Bonus points.
If you were a Luke and Naomi on-air podcast listener only, it was a huge running gag in New Mexico. One day, Naomi slipped up and said that ranch goes on tacos, and everybody gave her grief for it until we left New Mexico, basically.
Yes.
So that's why we constantly refer about ranch and tacos if you are new. So now you're caught up and
but
in on the joke.
also try it because it's not bad.
If it's like an avocado ranch and a chicken taco and the circumstances are correct, yes.
A creamy ranch.
If you have to split hairs and go that deep, then fine, your correct ranch can go on tacos. I still say no. But Todd is with you.
That's right.
Aisa says ranch, another one.
I can't believe this.
JD, one of our closest confidants and friends, JD from JD and the Badlands Band, says ranch.
He's been cut out of my life.
By the way, I think he cut off all those locks, which were just gorgeous, so I'm a little bummed.
Oh, no.
Mary, your friend Mary,
All right.
says ranch.
What the heck? I'm not speaking to anyone anymore. I'm done. You guys are getting the wrong kind of ranch or something. Just go straight Hidden Valley. Don't buy the off-brand stuff. No Great Value Ranch
That's
here.
right. That's it. You're
Hidden Valley Ranch.
You're not getting the good stuff. You're getting the stuff that's cut with the baby laxative. Let's see. Mama Cat says ranch too.
I'm just done.
I can't believe Kathy says ranch. That's surprising. Dave says ketchup. He says just use tomatoes.
There you go.
I'm with it.
Yes.
I'm with it. Steven says, got to keep the ranch for the tacos.
Yes.
Steven's a listener from way back.
Yes, you do.
Let's see here. Lisa says, getting rid of the barbecue sauce.
Okay.
One of the only people says get rid of barbecue sauce. All right. And JD Lord says ketchup.
Ketchup, yep. Ketchup can go. So ketchup can go first. Then I'm getting rid of barbecue sauce. Then I'm getting rid of hot sauce. And I'm never getting rid of ranch.
Never getting rid of ranch.
Never.
If I had to keep just one, I'm keeping barbecue sauce. I love me some barbecue sauce.
Yeah, you dip everything in barbecue sauce.
It's got the
You'd probably
ketchup
put
in
that
it.
on a taco.
I probably have.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Street tacos. Pulled pork tacos.
There you go.
How about that? It's got the ketchup in it. It's got the hot sauce in it, technically. Sort of.
Kinda.
It works all the way around.
Yeah. This was a very heartbreaking Facebook topic.
An excellent one, though.
I'm going to need some time to recuperate.
You need to
over here.
recover from this one. So for next week, while Naomi's recovering from that one, we're talking T-shirts. We want to know, if you had a T-shirt with your most used phrase, what would it say? What is your most used phrase? And again, we are not beholden to the FCC anymore, so you don't have to kind of hold back at all. Just make sure it would fit on a T-shirt and you would wear it to the supermarket,
Sure.
Or not. I don't care.
Huh.
Let me know. What is your most used? I don't know what mine would be.
I have a couple that come to mind with like things that I just say or phrases that I can't help but say all the time that just kind of sneak out. So I'm kind of excited for this one.
I am too. I can't wait to see what everybody's phrases would be. So you should see that right now on our Facebook page, Luke and Naomi on Air. And if you're watching on YouTube, listening on YouTube, however that goes, you can drop a comment right there, even if you're using like the Roku remote. I know that sucks, but go ahead and do that. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
If you're-
It'll just take you a little bit longer.
If you're listening on Spotify, you can drop your comment right there as well, and we will read our favorites as always on the next episode. I'm just thinking of all the people who just crushed you with the answer of ranch. That's what they would get rid of. They would keep ketchup over ranch.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Absolutely unbelievable.
I'm heartbroken. Like I said, it's going to take me some time to get over this betrayal, but I'll get there.
Oh, man. All right. I'm trying to stall because I want to see which one of these buttons I want to press. I found some fancy buttons because it's time to get to it. I'm just going to drive Naomi nuts with this.
I'm Detective John Kimball.
Yep. He's so excited about this. I got nothing. Man, I got nothing.
You got nothing?
No.
Okay.
That was stupid. Come on, man.
No.
All right. Are you ready?
I don't know.
Oh, that one was extra quiet. I don't know why, but that's okay because
I'm Detective John Kimball.
That's right.
are you ready?
Yes.
All right, take it away. Kindergarten Cop, let's go.
All right. So we start with, okay, I didn't know his name yet. Okay, it was
John Kimball.
it was Arnold Schwarzenegger to start because we didn't know his name until like the second scene.
I'm Detective John Kimball.
Yeah, we got it. He's following around this guy. Now, this guy looks like a bad dude. The guy meets up with a man who has information about his wife and kid. So the man gives the bad dude the information, and then he gets shot. Now, one of the things he mentions is the school where the wife dropped off the son. So putting two pieces together, that must be the school where Arnold is going to pose as a teacher in order
Yes.
to catch this bad dude.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Now the guy that got shot brought his girlfriend or wife or whoever along with him because he was hoping to get some money for the information he provided. So she unfortunately heard him get shot, but now she's a witness and will probably be able to provide some information to the police. We'll see what happens there.
Okay.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger, aka
John
Detective Kimball,
I'm Detective John Kimball.
follows this bad dude to a beauty salon where apparently the bad dude's mom is getting her hair done, and she's interested where the son's wife and kid are.
Weirdest like bad people in like the yuppie son and mother. It's just an odd, she's sort of like a Ma Barker type situation, and
Yes, 100%.
yeah.
Especially because when the son kisses the mom every single time on the cheeks, he like lingers there and it's disgusting. It drives me nuts. I'm like, he likes his mom too much.
Yeah.
There's something weird here. It's off. Nope.
Yeah.
All right. So Kimball pulls out his gun to arrest the bad dude, a.k.a. Crispin, we learn is his name, who plays it off that he's just there to get his nails done, getting a manicure.
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of cops show up, and Kimball's like, I'm a cop, you idiot. But the cops don't seem to believe him, which is a ridiculous scene. Like, the one guy's, like, calling somebody with Kimball's badge and all that. And it's like, this is just, he could have gotten away by this point.
That's right. This is the one button I don't have is the I'm a cop, you idiot.
Yeah, that was a good line.
So if you're looking for
enjoyed
that one, it is, that was one of the, more famous ones, but I can't believe I don't have that on here. I could try to find a new one if you want to wait.
No,
Okay.
that's okay.
All right, fine.
All right. So the girl that was with the dude that got shot is now at the police station, but isn't cooperating, and she really hasn't done anything wrong, so they got to let her go. Kimball is upset, obviously, because I guess he's been working on this case for a while, and she could end this because she could give testimony, be able to call the guy out in a lineup, all that. So he walks away when another detective is trying to talk to him, and the guy tells everyone else Kimball is a difficult man. So at this point, I don't know if the writing is a little bad or the acting is a little off, but a lot of it just seems forced and weird. Like, the conversations don't actually seem like normal, natural conversations.
I didn't realize it's been a little bit since I've watched this again, how long it takes you to get to kindergarten.
Yeah, it takes a while.
It takes a while.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it's a long movie for the premise.
It kind of is.
Yeah,
So,
so it's-
there's where you get some weird conversations.
Yeah, and it was just, I don't know. There was a couple scenes where it was supposed to be one person like interrupting somebody else, but it was like somebody would pause, then the other person would say something that would be like cutting somebody off, but I don't know. Everything just didn't seem to match up very well. It seemed very rigid.
Oh, yeah.
I said maybe it was the 90s.
It's
Question
the 90s.
mark. Yeah, let's blame it on that.
It does seem like it's a very quintessential 90s-ish movie.
Speaking of the 90s, here we go. The next scene we have, Kimball is in this tough neighborhood and goes to this party, maybe looking for that girl that got away from the bad dude or more information or whatever. But he just comes blasting in. He punches
Detective John Kimball.
He punches a couple of people. Some guy starts shooting at him, so obviously he shoots back. Seemed to escalate way too quickly.
Yeah, he just goes in and starts blowing the place away with shotgun. Like, just ripping it up.
Yeah, and he points it at somebody, and the guy's like, I don't know what he said, like, who are you, dude, or something like that. And he jumps out of the chair, and he blows a hole in the chair, and it was like, it was just a party.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think you can actually just go in shooting up the place like that. But apparently it was the 90s. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So he convinces the girl to identify Crispin. So she does. He goes to jail, but we're all sure he's going to be out soon. Kimball is assigned to Portland, Oregon, so he can find the wife, offer her immunity, because apparently she took Crispin's drug money and ran off, and basically have her testify against him. That way they can lock him up and, done deal. That's the plan. And it looks like he's not going to be working alone anymore. We meet Detective Phoebe O'Hara, who's going to be going with him, and she's going to be the one posing as the teacher. But I thought he was going to pose as a teacher.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we'll figure this out.
Don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So we'll figure it out. I heard you clicking over there. What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
Just getting ready?
Phoebe O'Hara.
Okay, there we go. Speaking of her, she's puking constantly from the plane ride all throughout the next day. She keeps saying she'll be ready for class, but then the day comes and she's still miserable. She rolls over. We see Kimball dressed and ready for school. So now that makes sense to why he ends up posing as the teacher and not her.
Yep.
Also, she tells him the kids are going to eat you alive, which is hilarious. So I'm sure we'll see the mess of Kimball trying to hurt a classroom full of little kids. This should be pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, it is. He's awkward beyond belief.
Yeah.
I paused there for you. A little girl needs to go to the bathroom, but he doesn't know how to... Well, she doesn't know how to get the overalls off, and either does he.
That's right.
So he's got to go get help for her. When he comes... when he comes back, it's only been like 30 seconds. All the kids have destroyed the classroom. I mean, they're painting on the walls. Somehow they have flour and they poured it on each other.
Oh, I love it.
Everyone is running around yelling and making a mess. And Kimball ends up yelling, "Shut up," which then causes all the kids to cry.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, he runs out to the front of the school and he just yells. Yes. I don't blame him there, though, because that scene was so chaotic. I'm pretty sure I would have done the same thing, but I would have gotten in my car and drove away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd be done
for
there.
sure.
Yeah. At this point, I'm just guessing he wasn't cut out for all of this stuff.
Oh, it's just so much fun.
Yeah. All right. So we learned that this place in Oregon is like the single mother capital of the world. So it's
Astoria.
Is that what it is?
Astoria.
Yeah. Astoria.
Astoria.
I don't even like the name.
But it's far away.
Yeah. It's freaking stupid. All right, single mother capital of the world, so it's going to make it even harder for him to find Crispin's wife and kid because everybody is a single mom here.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all their kids, there's no father and all of that stuff. So he tries to play a game of who's my
Who is your
dad?
daddy and what does he do?
Yep. This scene worth watching the movie for just to hear kids badly explain their
Yes!
parents' job.
That's so great. I'm glad you said that because, I mean, it is kind of like the scene.
It's
You know,
fantastic.
it is one of the scenes in Kindergarten Cop.
Well, the best part of the movie is the kids saying the darndest things.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's hilarious. And it's true because that's how kids act and the things they say.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I also finally got to hear the line, "It's not a tumor."
Oh, wait, where is it?
Go find it.
Oh, I can't find it.
All right. Well, it started
I'll just pop in with it.
because Kimball complained that he had a headache, and one of the kids.
It's not a tumor.
You couldn't have timed that any worse. Like, let me get the sentence out that he complained that he had a headache, and one of the kids said maybe it's a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm having way too much fun over here. I'm sorry. I'm just off the rails.
I don't even want to say this next line.
Okay.
Okay. Phoebe, finally feeling better, says it was the stomach flu and she just needs some food because we know she just eats everything in sight. They go out to eat and run into Joyce, another teacher at the school, and her son who happens to be in Kimball's class. They all sit together and we have our budding romance between Kimball and Joyce starting. I'm sure they'll get together in the end because you got to have that happy ending, right?
Yeah. Of course.
All right.
Very 90s movie. You got to have a romance.
Before they went to dinner, Kimball mentions to O'Hare that there's like 3 kids that are possibly Crispin's kid, and one of them he's pretty confident in.
And what does he do?
Kid doesn't talk much in class. Kimball tries to meet his mom, but she drove away before he could get close to the car, so we'll kind of see what's going on there. Some shady stuff going on.
John Kimball.
Why?
I don't know.
In the meantime, Kimball has started running his classroom as what he calls police school.
Reading, writing, arithmetics. Too much homework makes me sick. When it's time to pass the test, kindergarten is the best.
That's right. Except for you, we're missing the kids, like, yelling it back.
Thank God.
That was the cute part.
Yeah, I guess so.
Anyways, so the kids
We'd be
are
here
his
forever.
deputies in training. So basically, he's blowing a whistle at them and being more tough to try to get them to listen, and it works. So he's super excited about that. He gets the kids to lay down for a nap. He apparently dozes off too. That's when Joyce comes in and invites him to dinner tomorrow night.
Okay.
Aw, how sweet. And then not so sweet, Kimball finally stops Zach's mom. Zach was the kid we were talking about earlier who he's fairly confident was Crispin's
Yes.
son. The mom has been unreachable, but it's because the dad is around. The mom has been unreachable, but the dad is around.
Yes.
The dad is around and he beats the mom and kid. So the mom is like, please don't get the school involved. And Kimball is like, the next time he doesn't, I'm going to press charges. Sad about Zach, but also it's not the kid he's looking for.
Right.
All right, so he goes to Joyce's house for dinner, and her son, who is in his class, the son's name is Dominic, takes him to his fort he built in the backyard, and he keeps talking about the bad men. And now Kimball thinks that this could be Crispin's wife and son. And at this
Yeah.
and at this point, I think so too.
Good.
Only because it's perfect, it would actually make everything so messy because he's falling in love with the wife that he's supposed to find.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So anyway, we've got him snooping around the house while Joyce is finishing up dinner. The son catches him and he just plays it off like he got lost. At this point, good thing kids are dumb because the kid believed him.
Yeah, that was a really weird snooping through the house scene too. Like he would open a drawer and just kind of pick shit up and then drop it and then just close the drawer, run away, and go through an underwear drawer for some reason.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time in that underwear drawer just staying.
More 90s-y stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
After dinner, Kimball gets Joyce to open up a little bit more about their situation, and we find out that she left in the middle of the night. Not that her husband left her like she had been telling everyone. We also find out that the husband isn't in France, like she mentioned before. So at this point, she's got to be Crispin's wife.
Yeah.
Kimball is busy working on a play for the Gettysburg Address with his students when Phoebe stops by to let him know that Joyce's story checks out. She has like less than $1,000 to her name. So at this point, she doesn't believe that Joyce is Crispin's wife.
That's not what it is.
That didn't fit there, sorry.
No. But that's not the first time, so... Kimball is...
I'm sorry.
No, you're not!
Okay.
Kimball is sure of it, and he tells her to keep looking, keep digging further. In the meantime, a lady walks in with a pony and a bicycle to donate for the school fair. Apparently, this lady's husband left with another guy, but she's pretty extravagant and seems a bit odd. Maybe she's Crispin's wife. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait another hour to find out.
Yeah, that lady just she must have just been a red herring or something like that, but one of those single moms with too much money where she's just showing off at school.
Yeah, I brought a pony for you guys to raffle off. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Here, you deal with this.
Yeah. Clean
No,
up after
no.
it, too. All right. So the girl from the beginning of the movie, the one that could identify Crispin in the lineup.
Cindy.
Yes. And the reason he went to jail in the first place, well, she's now dead. She bought some drugs and apparently overdosed, or it was laced with something or whatever. But the drugs came from Crispin's mom, who gave them to another guy so that he could sell them to her specifically. So since she's dead, Crispin has now gotten out of jail.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, nobody to finger him for the murder.
Yep, and he knows what school his kid goes to now and what city they're in.
Astoria.
Yep, so it's just a matter of time before he shows up. Now the school is having this huge fair with animals and carnival rides and all that. I thought it was a little extravagant because I don't know of any school fair where there's carnival rides and animals and all of that kind of stuff.
Naomi was so knocked out by that she actually stopped taking notes and was like, "That's bullshit. They never had that at my schools or anything. We had field days and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know that we had live
field
animals.
days too, but
I feel like
it
we
wasn't a
had-
whole carnival set up like that.
I'm pretty sure we had a carnival with rides and stuff like that at one of my
That
schools.
extravagant.
Well, maybe not that extravagant. I remember, if I could remember the name of the ride, the Hurricane maybe being in the parking lot of my school. So, yeah.
Okay. While you're doing
So
field
there.
days and there's animals running
No,
around.
I don't think we had the animals, but
It was ridiculous. It was just way too much. Bunch of crap. I'm calling
No,
crap.
no.
Yeah, I'm calling crap. All right. So Crispin has made his way to town with his mother,
yeah.
which that's getting real weird. What's going on there? Question mark.
You tell me.
I don't know. Anyway, they ran out of time and have to confront Joyce. So Kimball and Phoebe do that. And they tell her that they're cops and
I'm Detective John Kimball.
the police will protect them. The police will protect her, but she has to tell them where the money is, the $3 million that she apparently stole from Crispin. So she ends up grabbing her son, starts running out of the situation, all that, telling Kimball that there wasn't any money, there never was. They end up driving off. In the meantime, Crispin ends up beating up some guy because he bought a toy that he wanted to buy for his son.
Yeah, that's
really
just-
odd scene.
just so you know, the guy's a bad guy.
Yeah, because he offered to give the man twice what he paid for it, then 4 times what he paid for this car racing thing.
Slot car.
The guy refused. So he ends up meeting the guy out front of the store and beating him up so he can steal the gift. Get your son something else.
Yeah,
what a dick.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, so Kimball goes to Joyce's house where she's packing up to get out of town with Dominic. Kimball goes into this long monologue of his wife remarrying and his son wanting nothing to do with him. And Joyce is like, why are you telling me all this? Kimball's like, because I don't want to lose you or Dominic, which is absolutely ridiculous because it's been like a week.
I think it's like insinuated that it was more like a month.
Even if it's been a month, she got a lot of baggage. Get out of here with that crap. You can't know someone that well in a week or even a month. Whatever. Yeah, is right.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So everyone goes back to school, including Phoebe, who's teaching Kimball's class about the dangers of strangers.
Phoebe O'Hara.
Yep. She's teaching the class, and she does a better job than...
Anybody?
yeah, better than Kimball did the entire time.
John Kimball.
Yeah. She's like an actual teacher. She knows how to interact with the kids and all that.
Yeah, it's
right.
great. She was a teacher before she joined the force, she said right in the beginning. So
Yes.
she knows what's up.
So she did a good job. All right, so Crispin heads to the school where he starts a fire in the library. So as the students are exiting the building, he finds Dominic, grabs him, but the kids in the class start yelling stranger because, they just learned this.
That's right.
The kids yelling actually help Kimball find out which direction Dominic and Crispin are heading, and he runs after them. Okay, so Crispin talks to Dominic and is like, I'm your father, your mom told you a bunch of lies about me, blah, blah, blah. But then he can't figure out how to get out of the school, so he's carrying Dominic around, and he's just running into random rooms. He ends up in a locker room and runs into Joyce, and of course they start arguing. Crispin ends up punching Joyce, because that's what you do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Dominic takes off running because, well, what the hell? This random guy that says he's your dad just punched your mom. Oh, okay.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Apparently punch your mom. So Dominic takes off running. Crispin is like, I didn't mean to hit her. She made me do it, which is just absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Dominic tries to hide from his dad. Kimball finds everyone in the locker room, and Crispin catches up to Dominic and puts a gun to his head because you put a gun to your own son's head. That's...
And what does he do?
be a psycho, apparently. He puts a gun to his own son's head and tells...
Don't you know the building is on fire?
He puts a gun to his son's head and tells Kimball to drop his gun. So Kimball does, of course. Okay, so this is what I didn't mention. I did not mention the ferret at all.
Oh, yeah, you didn't.
Not in the beginning when they brought it to Oregon and it made Phoebe scream when she saw it in the back of the car, or when Kimball brought it into class. I didn't think the ferret was going to play such a pivotal role in this movie.
Pivotal is a great word for it.
So, every time there was a fire drill, it was Dominic's job to grab the ferret and bring it out of the school. So there was the fire drill that happened to be the real fire.
That's right.
Don't you know the building is on fire?
Misfire there.
Yeah.
Dominic had grabbed the ferret, but once the sprinklers went off, he put the ferret in his shirt so it wouldn't get all wet. So he's been carrying around this ferret since his dad kidnapped him, which, by the way, the dad should have felt at some point, like it squirming or something, but whatever. Anyway, Dominic has a gun to his head, and Kimball just laid down his gun when the ferret crawls out of Dominic's shirt and up Crispin's arm and bites Crispin in the neck.
Yes.
This causes Crispin to shoot the gun, which then hits Kimball in the leg. Kimball lands on the ground and is able to grab his gun that he had set down earlier, and now he gets to shoot Crispin. Yep, the ferret gets to be the hero of this story.
The ferret is the hero.
The rest of the movie does not matter. It really doesn't. I mean, the mom comes in at one point, and she's going to, shoot Kimball and all that.
Oh, Ma Barker, you mean, yeah.
Yeah. She comes in, she's gonna, shoot Kimball, all that. Phoebe comes in, smashes her hands with a baseball bat. We see them in the hospital later. Phoebe's got a broken leg, and Kimball's just all messed up because he got shot multiple times.
Right.
Whatever.
Right, yeah.
It doesn't matter. The movie ended when the ferret saved the day. They all get to be a happy family. Kimball gets to go back to teach in school, even though he has no credentials on what he's doing or anything.
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct. The end. The ferret wins.
The ferret wins. Oh man, is that it for your notes?
That is my notes.
Is that it for your notes? That's all of your notes. All right.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions.
As
I want to have
usual,
them answered immediately.
at the end of Naomi's review,
Wait, I get the buttons now.
you get the buttons.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions.
If I did this without this soundboard, it would have been terrible. Don't you agree?
Yeah, sure.
I absolutely think so.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions.
First question, as always, did you like it?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was pretty good. All right,
Yeah.
so that's a yes. I'll take that. That's for sure. That's a good one. What did you know about Kindergarten Cop going in?
The line, "It's not a tumor."
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
My mom would say that all the time. That's the only
It's not a
thing
tumor.
I knew about the movie.
That's really funny that's it.
And then the
mean-
rest that I knew, where I was like posing as the cop and all that, was the little description before you watch the movie.
Oh, wow.
So it was, he's got to go undercover as a teacher to catch a criminal.
I'm Detective John Kimball.
That's right.
That's right.
What were your thoughts going into watching Kindergarten Cop?
I thought this would be a cutesy movie. We're getting close to Halloween, and I was like, we had been talking, like, do we do a scary movie or a horror movie and all that? And my anxiety has been pretty high for the last week, so I'm like, there's no way I want to watch a scary movie right now. Like,
District
I want to
9's
watch
bloody enough.
Yeah, I don't want gory. I don't want thriller. I don't want anything that's, I just don't want any of that right now. So I wanted something fun. So, Kindergarten Cop.
Did
So
this satisfy that?
Yes, it did. I
All right.
assumed it was going to be kind of a fun movie. And that was about it.
What surprised you?
I don't really think anything really surprised me about the movie.
No surprises?
No.
The ferret, even?
No. Well, I guess the ferret being the hero, yeah, that's a big surprise there, I guess.
Would you have liked it more or less if you saw it when you were younger? And so let's, I don't even know how old I was when I first saw it, but like 12, 10 or 12.
I'd probably love it at that age.
Yeah.
That'd probably be like an A to A+ movie compared to right now. It was like a C.
Well, as a kid, Arnold's got the accent and all of that stuff. It's like, so that was funny. And then him with the kids and,
Yes,
so yeah. For
exactly.
Sure. All right. What was your favorite part?
The kids explaining what their dads do. And pretty much anytime the kids said anything that was absolutely ridiculous.
Our
because,
mom says our dad's a real sex machine.
Yeah. Yep. Or the one the kid says his dad is a deadbeat or whatever. Like,
Yes, that's right.
it's just funny.
My mom's divorced. My dad's divorced.
Or the kid that was like obsessed with death.
Yeah, that one too. Did she die?
We all die.
That kid. Oh my God, they all have some good. And then there's the little kid who he went on to do a couple episodes of Full House. I think was like Michelle's friend or something like that. But he's the one who's said his dad was a gynecologist, but he says gynecologist, and that's just the funniest thing ever too. So that's great. Excellent choice of favorite scenes.
Yeah.
Excellent. What was your least favorite part?
Anytime the mom and Crispin interacted, because it was just creepy and weird.
Yes.
Yeah, I did not like that. Didn't like Detective John Kimball
I'm Detective John Kimball.
confessing his love for Joyce after 1 week.
Yeah,
I don't care if it was meant to be a month, fine. Pretend it's been a whole month. That's still, she's running, she's undercover, she's hiding, all of this stuff. You really want to get involved with someone like that?
Would that movie have been worse if they didn't fall in love and he just did his job?
No.
Right. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
there's so many movies that I watch where it's just like, that's unnecessary. Didn't need that one.
Yes.
Would you recommend it to someone else who hasn't seen it? If you haven't seen Kindergarten Cop, would you recommend it to that person?
Yeah, even though I blew the story, the ferret
The
saves the
the
day.
ferret saves the day. Would you watch it again?
Probably.
Stop and watch it if it's on TV?
Possibly, yeah.
And are you happy you watched it?
Yes. Happy.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Yeah.
All right, right on. Excellent, excellent under a rock review of Kindergarten Cop with all my shenanigans sprinkled in throughout.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Way to handle that, by the way.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. I'm going to just beat you up after we're done with the show.
Pinnacle of professionalism over there, handling my nonsense throughout the whole entire review. Well done.
Not only that, but after handling your nonsense for multiple years now. I deserve an award.
No.
No, I do.
I'm sorry.
You should be. You should be sorry. All right, it's time for Thought of the Day.
Oh my God, I wish I could do it with Arnold. Thought of the day, thought of the day. It's your thought of the day.
I'm sorry.
You should be. All right, this is a really good one. Okay. If humanity ever colonizes a planet with other than Earth's gravity, you'd actually have to relabel all your free weights if you took them with you when you moved.
Oh my God, that is so complex.
Well, your 3-pound weight isn't going to be 3 pounds anymore.
Definitely not.
Yeah, it's a thinker there.
That is a thing. Too much maths for me.
Well, no.
There's got to be some calculations expected.
Luke, are you going to leave us with a laugh?
Gonna do my best. So, Brian from England sent me a list of jokes, but Brian,
Good.
no, I'm tucking those away for a rainy day. I'm
Why?
gonna save
No,
those.
because yours have been terrible lately. I bet you his are better.
Well, let's see. After I became a Jehovah's Witness, my wife disowned me. She said she didn't like who I was knocking about with anymore. I feel like that is fully British words.
Yes, it is.
That's for
Yes.
not one of Brian's, ironically. Did you hear about the car they invented that moves only when the driver's silent?
No.
It goes without saying.
That's stupid. That's so bad.
My wife
You
told me.
can't even smile at that one.
My wife told me her foot fell asleep. I said her feet may be comatose.
That's stupid too.
All
Come
right.
on.
What do you call a sheep who can sing and dance?
I don't know.
Lady Ba Ba. What do you call a French man wearing sandals?
I don't know.
Philippe Falap. Brian. Yes. These are Brian's, by the way. Who won the neck decorating contest? It was a tie. What do you call a dog who meditates? A werewolf.
That one's really good.
My man.
That one's really
Oh,
good.
Brian, I love it. A couple of more. What do you call the security guards for Samsung?
I don't know.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's so stupid. No.
Why should you never throw Grandpa's false teeth at a vehicle?
I don't know.
You might dent your car. I should have saved these for the future, but I love going rapid fire like this. Why didn't the lifeguard save the hippie?
I don't know.
He was too far out. Pony walks into a noisy bar, tries to order a beer. Bartender says, "I can't hear you. You'll have to speak up." Pony says, "Sorry, I'm a little hoarse."
Stop.
Thank you, Brian, for saving episode 95 with the jokes.
He
Thank
really
you, sir.
did.
He really
Honestly, that was so much better than all the jokes you've had.
I
in,
don't-
like,
maybe
the
he
last
does
20
gotta send
episodes.
us another book or something like that. I don't know, because
Maybe you should just go out and buy a book.
I just can't source good dad jokes anymore or something like that. But big shout out to Brian from England for the dad jokes. Love those.
Yeah, bonus points for those.
They were great.
Like 50 bonus points. I'm
Wonderful.
feeling generous.
Can't wait to read your t-shirt phrases on episode 96.
That's right.
Looking forward to those. We'll be back episode 96 with something new. Not sure what we're going to watch next time.
We'll see.
Still got Austin Powers 3 to get to, you know.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Really excited for that one.
Yeah.
All right. We will talk to you episode 96. Don't forget to check out Sips and Snacks.
That's right.
Taco Bell, this most recent episode.
We got another one coming up quickly here.
And another one coming up soon. That's right. We got some new equipment that we can't wait to test out for that one, too. So, yeah, we'll definitely have another one coming up quick. All right. Until episode 96, thanks so much for spending some time with us. We really, really appreciate it. Everyone. Until then, have some fun this week. Be excellent to each other.
Love you. Bye.